Mark, a 0-0 draw for Lancaster against Northwich Vicks in the FA Cup. What are your thoughts on it?
Thought we were very, very poor. No dressing it up. We weren't good enough. We've had obviously got the two centre halves that played last week. Haven't played today. One suspended, one away. But that's not an excuse. We should have enough good players to put on a better show and a better performance than that. I was really disappointed in our application and more disappointed with our quality. We're too long first half again, and we can talk it to death, but we've got to be better at playing in certain areas and utilising and trying to get our players that can damage people and hurt people on the ball. We haven't done that. We've just gone big into two strikers, not picked up any second balls. It was painful to watch. We played with no tempo second half, no intensity. So yeah, I'm furious. I thought we were second best. On another day, you get beat. They've had two really great chances. One first half, one second half, and we've had two headers from set plays. Other than that, I can't really remember much that we did from an attacking perspective. So the best thing about it is that we're still in the cup. And we get a chance to go and put some of that right on Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever it is, but that's not good enough, and they know that.
You said in your programme notes that you thought that the Northwich players would challenge you well, and they certainly did, didn't they?
Yeah, good players, very good players. They're players that are above the level. Our club's well resourced. Looks to be well resourced. Them players don't come on the cheap, but they apply themselves well. They apply themselves better than we did. They were better on the press. They worked harder. We for as much territory as we had second half, and we had a lot of territory, a lot of corners. A lot of opportunities in the final third, but we didn't take that territory and turn it into chances. And that's the frustrating thing. Where you can work to death, and we do work to death on certain patterns, certain things that we want to do, certain areas we want to play in, but we were a good couple of steps behind where we should have been today.
It's been about 10 or 11 months since we last did an interview together. How's the last 10 or 11 months been since you left Remy?
Well, obviously we took a team that was bottom of the division. We finished 12th, so from that perspective we were absolutely delighted with the way the players adapted to what we want to do. We felt we brought in a couple of decent acquisitions, and we've had a good time. We've enjoyed it. A great football club, really knowledgeable fans who appreciate when we're doing well, but also are supportive when we're not. And we started the league on the right foot this season. I think we're 7th. In terms of resources in this league, we're probably in the bottom 3 because that's, but what we're not in the bottom 3 for is player quality, I don't think, or, barring today. And we're certainly a hard-working side, and we try and do things the right way. So, yeah, it's I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my time here. It's, we can see a progression. We can see a club that's hungry to maybe go the next step and try its best on what limited resource we've got to find a way to make that happen. So yeah, me and Graham have enjoyed it, and we know it's hard work, and we know that the work that's required to keep us where we are first and foremost, and then progress the club where we'd like to be. But we're more than willing to do that.
Two of them players that you brought in from Ramy, Sam Ashton and Luke Thompson, how have they featured since you brought them over?
Yeah, absolutely great. I mean, I always thought that Sam Ashton can play the level because he has done. He's won this league. He's a very solid, dependable goalkeeper. Great with his feet. Great in terms of his leadership in terms of a back four. So never had a question over that. I think a couple of people probably raised their eyebrows when Tomo came here because he's not a stereotypical centre half in this division where they all seem to be giants, and they tend to pick up first balls, first contacts really well. But I tell you now, he's been absolutely brilliant. He's been our man of the match for the last 2 games, and obviously before his red, which was ridiculous at Gainsborough. So yeah, we obviously get him back and Steely back and a few others on Tuesday or Wednesday. But I've been pleased with certainly Tomo in terms of his application. He's come up, he's worked hard, he's adapted his game a little bit because you've got to. But he's a good player, and what you guys know in terms of Tomo is he gives absolutely everything all the time, and he literally run through a brick wall for you. So that's what we've seen, and as no supporters have taken to him because he plays that way, and I hope that we can continue to progress him, and he's still only a young man really, and he should have aspirations to play as high as he can for as long as he can.
You said you wanted to progress the club here at Lancaster. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Good question. I mean, football changes dead quick, doesn't it? So I've no idea. All we can say is that we're enjoying our time here. We get great support from the people here who are all sort of singing off the same hymn sheet, and it's a great club to be at. It's a great club to be at. The facilities are fantastic, as you can see, and from our perspective, I want to do the best possible job I can, and that's always been the case wherever I've been. I'll work every hour I can do to progress and make the club as successful as it can be. So, from my perspective, I obviously want to manage as high as I can, and I want the club to go as high as they can. So, if you weren't ambitious, if you didn't think you were in it to do something, I don't really see the point in doing it. And as I say, it's a case of let's see how far we can take this group of players. Obviously, I think we've got a great group. They work hard. They're honest. And the club has got an infrastructure, although not a resource, because it's no secret that we won't be paying the biggest wage in this league by some distance. We're probably bottom three for wages, but if you get a group that are willing to work hard, you can. Money doesn't always answer all the questions that people throw when people throw money in these divisions. So we're honest and we know what we need to do, and we know that if we're not on it and we don't work hard, more often than not we're not going to get what we want, and I thought that was the case today, and thankfully we get an opportunity to rectify that.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.